Hello everyone, welcome back to some more bridge. It's been a little while since I did a bridge video, and the ABI DOS videos have stopped, so... and I'm working on an Invisible Ink playthrough, but I'm not going to start uploading it till I'm done recording it. So I have some time with not a lot of videos to upload, so here we are playing bridge. This is the... on BBO, of course. This is the free 2-day weekend event, day 1. I may or may not play day 2. I just, there's one free day long a day, and on Saturdays it's part 1 of a 2-parter. So that's what I'm playing. Partners open 3 hearts. We should make 4 hearts, no problem. But I wonder if we could make 6 hearts, if partner has an especially suitable hand. Right? Like, it would have to be very suitable. King, Queen, 7th of hearts, and an ace would be what I'm looking for, right? And with that, like, I think that's kind of too strong to open 3 hearts, but I don't think Gib thinks that. So, it's possible. And I don't think it's going to cost me anything to bid 4 no trump, right? Because what's the... I'm hoping partner bids... Yeah, I need partner to have the King of Hearts and another key card and the Queen. So, or I guess 3 key cards, the King of Hearts and 2 aces, but that seems unlikely. So, if he bids 5 spades, we're committed to slam, but that's fine, because 5 spades is what makes us able to bid slam. And if he bids anything less, we're not committed to slam, so it's safe to ask. Now, even without the Queen of Hearts, if partner has the King of Hearts and an ace, we may have some play. But I don't think I'm going to push for that. I guess also we could maybe make 6 clubs. I don't think that's very likely. We need pretty much the same cards for that. Okay. So partner only has 1 key card, meaning we're off 2 key cards and perhaps the Queen. So I'll just sign off at 5 hearts. Shouldn't have any trouble making it. It's a good thing partner has the 10 of clubs, actually. Because if they continued with another heart, making me rough, I might have trouble getting back to hand to draw trump. Okay. We're still in trouble. Like, we're down if East has 4 hearts, of course. All 4 hearts, but that's not very likely. Okay. Get our 1050 or 450, and we had a chance at 980. I didn't think about the problem I would have if they had made me rough a spade early, though. Being unable to finish drawing trumps could have been a big problem. So I think I was a little more optimistic aiming for 6 hearts than I should have been. We could have... No, because if partner had all the cards I was looking for, then I would have not gotten tapped. So, okay, 6 hearts makes in all the cases when I thought it would make. But I guess 5 hearts can go down if things go somewhat like this, but partner doesn't have the 10 of clubs. So it was a little bit more dangerous than I thought to look for slam. This is 22 points. Too strong to open 2 no trump. So we bid 2 clubs and then 2 no trump. Partner transfers to hearts. I accept, right? Yes. Okay, simple. How are we looking here? I mean, pretty good. I don't think there's any downside to putting in the 10. Not a lot of upside, but there is some upside. When could putting in the 10 go wrong? Obviously, if West has the Jack, it's fine. If East has the Jack, yeah, I don't think it's ever harmful. Okay, great. So now we know West has the King and Jack of clubs. Yeah, we may be able to make 6 here. I mean, obviously you could take the spade finesse, and that would be a way to make 6. Oh, they're just going to return another club. Thanks. claim. I'll pitch dummy's spade on a club. But there could have been some sort of double squeeze in the end, or I don't know. Yeah. I mean, West's leads kind of indicated that he had a bunch of clubs. And so, if we assume West has the clubs and East has the diamonds, you could try a double squeeze around spades, but that doesn't work because the south hand can't hold all three threats, and the north hand doesn't have an entry in any of the threats. Since West has the clubs, you can't actually... Okay, West... All of the threat cards are in the south hand. So you can only squeeze East, so it would have to be in spades and diamonds. And at that point, you might as well just... Okay, so taking the finesse would be the right play if they hadn't given me the club finesse. Just spade to the queen. You could play ace-king and ruff a diamond first to see if the queen-jack fall, but then when they don't, just play a spade to the queen. Or I guess you might as well finish drawing trump once East shows up with all the diamonds, because then there will be like a show-up squeeze, and if East has the stiff king of spades, you could drop it. But not super likely. Anyway, just interesting things that didn't end up happening. Do we really play four hearts as to play? I know Gib plays four hearts as to play. It's such a stupid, stupid bid. All right, I mean, I'm not going to insist on anything. Like, what are you thinking, partner? This is such an awful bid. I guess... The 8, huh? Looks like probably top of a doubleton. So we can cash 2 diamonds, pitching a club. And then to avoid any trump promotion issues, we probably play another diamond, pitching a club. Later we get back to the south hand with the ace of hearts to take the spade finesse. Actually, I don't even know if there is a trump promotion issue. No, it's a singleton. Okay. Queen. I don't even... Nobody played the jack, did they? I would have noticed that, surely. Yuck. All right, down 2. Great work, partner. You did it. Like, why couldn't you just bid a heart and then we could see if we belong in a game? I would have bid a quiet 2 diamonds and you might have said, maybe we can't make a game after all. You could bid 2 or 3 hearts and we could go down less. All right, 13 points. Not really keen to get involved here. I'm not even the one short in hearts, but I do have like most of the points that our side has, so like it might be appropriate for me to do something. The only thing you could possibly do here would be 3 clubs, and it's not a great lead direct. Like, it's okay. If they double 3 clubs, I'm pooping my pants. It's awful. And the upside of bidding is not even really all that high. So I think we just pass. And, you know, if partner has any values, like if it goes 2 hearts, pass. Partner's clearly short-ish in hearts. If he has some values, he might find a double. If not, then I probably didn't want to get involved anyway. Seems pretty clear to just return a diamond here. We might get a ruff. That would be kind of cool. I guess you could try attacking trumps to stop declare a ruffing clubs. Partner's 5 of diamonds should be from a 4-card suit, which gives declarer 3. The 10, I mean, let's stop and count points for a minute. I have 13, there's 8 in dummy is 21. Declare has, 12 to 15, maybe 16. 12 to 16, let's say. So call it 14, plus or minus 2. We had 21. So partner has like 5 points, plus or minus 2. And obviously, like, you can't treat opponent's bidding as perfectly ironclad, but it's a reasonable estimate. What points could we... Well, okay, it's match points, so, like, we're not going to beat the contract, but we should try to get the minimum number of over tricks. How realistic is that we're getting a diamond ruff versus, like, could we stop all the club ruffs? I think stopping club ruffs is kind of hopeless because declarer can just set up spades. Even with only a doubleton, declarer could like lose one and then win ace king and run a bunch of spades. So I think I'll just try something like boring, return partner's lead. Maybe I get a ruff someday, maybe not. Ace of clubs, then ace of spades. Okay, ace 10, declarer must have a singleton. You would never do this otherwise, so. On the other hand, I think I'm supposed to play the queen anyway. Declare is going to ruff this pretty much regardless. But my queen isn't doing anything. Declare can just drop it under the king. And if I play low and, like, let's say declare doesn't ruff, declare pitches something. Partner then has to win the jack, and then all of dummy spades are good. But I guess that's fine, because I can ruff them. Yeah, I guess there's no point playing the queen. Playing the queen would force declare to ruff. It looks like declare is planning to ruff anyway, but maybe not, and so like forcing them could make sense, but I don't think it does here. Okay, declare has to ruff this as well because partner's got the jack, so no point in ruffing low. We could ruff high to create some trump promotion, but not with this holding. And we're going to pitch on the last spade, so partner can ruff. Kind of sad ending. I mean, if we had switched to hearts, as that was one thing I had considered, does that make any difference? I don't think so. No. All right. 17 points, a little bit balanced. There are people on this earth who might open one no trump here, but I'm not one of them. We open a spade, and they're not very common, such people. I'm not worth bidding 3 clubs opposite a passing partner. I don't even really think I'm worth a double because I can't handle a response of 3 diamonds. So we just, well, you could bid 2 spades here. You should have better spades or more spades to do this, but these spades are very strong for a 5-card suit. So it might be interesting. Might be defensible to bid 2 spades here. I don't think I should, but I think I could forgive a partner who bid 2 spades with this hand. They might even convince me they were right. I don't know what the spade layout is. A low spade is wrong only if, well, the 10 of spades, is wrong only if declarer has queen doubleton. In all other holdings, it's totally fine to play the 10 of spades here. Problem is 10 doubleton is not unlikely. Queen doubleton, rather, is not unlikely. Well, would partner have played the 4? If holding something like 6-4? I don't think so. Specifically 6-4. Yeah, from that you would usually play the 6, I think. So I don't think Declare does have queen doubled in, so I'm going to continue 10 of spades. Yeah, okay, good. That way we don't waste partner's queen and set up the jack. What is this? I guess I ruff. No urgency to attack clubs. I'd rather wait for Declare to have to lead them. And they're not going anywhere. Okay, held it to 2. I think that's a decent result. On the other hand, if we had bid 2 spades... We're losing a spade, a heart, 2 diamonds, and a club. A very, quick analysis suggests 2 spades might make. With more details, we might discover there are trump control problems or something. Like, what if they just start with heart, heart? Obviously, double dummy, you could solve the spades for no losers and make 3. But if you run the 10 of spades right away at trick 2 or 3 or whatever when you get in, it's could go badly. Not on this layout, but on, you wouldn't know this is the layout, so you wouldn't be so keen to run the 10 of spades. Maybe it's right. Actually, you lose 2 clubs, don't you? Yeah. 2 clubs, a spade, 2 diamonds, a hearts. That's down 1 in 2 spades. So if they double it, we would lose 200. But of course, they're not that likely to double it, right? So you would probably go minus 100 instead of minus 110. That would be nice. 14 points. Ugh, I wish I had more shape, but I think I still have to bid 3 diamonds. Too good a hand with some club shortness. It's really scraping the bottom of the barrel, but okay. Good, paid off. If we had passed here, partner should double, I think. Yeah. But, partners don't always do everything they should. Well, actually, maybe I wish we had just passed it out. Because I think 3 no trump is in for a shockingly bad result. I predict the opponents will take 8 tricks. Because East probably has the ace and queen of clubs. And so when I take that diamond finesse... West will probably win it and switch to a club, and the opponents will take 7 clubs and a diamond. So we have to think about match points, I guess, to decide whether it's worth doing that and probably going down 4 versus just cashing out, which would get us, 6 tricks for down 3? Yeah. Because, there's some chance that East has only ace 7th of clubs and West has the queen, and then we could manage a club stopper. But If that were the case, East would almost certainly be leading a low club rather than a spade, right? So I'm pretty sure East has the ace and queen. Which means if we ever let West in, we're toast. And specifically, we're toast that is down 4. So I think I probably should just cash out. Go down 3. I'm pretty sure, like, I mean, the diamond finesse, I suppose, could win. East has ace-queen of clubs, and so another king is, like, kind of unlikely. But it is unfavorable, and East should have an okay hand. Still, I think this is a pretty normal contract for the field, and I suspect that a lot of BBOers will be going down 4, and if I can go down 3, I should be doing okay. There's also some chance that cashing the spades, like, puts pressure on an opponent and they have to I don't know, I mean, probably not, but, like, maybe we can get East to pitch a club. Wouldn't that be something? Probably not. But it would be cool if it happened. Okay, so we know East had 3 spades. Together with 7 clubs, that's only 3 cards in the other 2 suits. A club! That's very interesting. Why have you pitched a club? Whoa. What do I do about this? Like, huh. East must think they have no entries, but, like, they have the ace of clubs, so that can't be true. East can't have both red kings. Because if they did, that would be one reason to pitch a club, is thinking you need to keep both kings guarded or something. But we already know East only has 3 red cards. Is it possible East doesn't have the ace of clubs? I'm kind of tempted to pitch a heart here and then play a club to the jack. If the opponents, you know, if the things lie in the normal way, East will win and, like, cash 6 clubs. But West might feel a bit squeezed? No, because I don't have any entries to the north hand. I just don't understand why East is pitching a club. But, like, what if West has ace-x of clubs and East has queen 7th? That might be a reason East would pitch a club. In that case, I can do, like, almost anything I want. Probably I should take the diamond finesse. If I just, like, lose a club, they cash 6 tricks, and then it sort of looks like I can take 7 tricks, but I can't because I don't have enough winners. So there's not actually that much to be gained. So I guess if I'm going to try something, I might as well lose a diamond and then 6 clubs rather than losing 6 clubs right away and then squeezing myself. I wouldn't be squeezed, but yeah, okay. I'll. You got me. I'll play a diamond, I guess. Maybe East does have the king there. Doesn't look that way. Here comes a club. If East had the ace, I'm pretty sure they'd be unblocking. So if West had the ace, they'd be unblocking, I mean. So East definitely has the ace, so we play low and hope West has the queen. Although I think West would be leading that if they had it too, maybe. Okay. Yeah, cash all your clubs. Alright, you have 4 more clubs. You can have 4 more tricks. I guess I should have made them show me. They might have had only 6, but they didn't. Yeah, really weird pitch. Like, you didn't think you could afford a diamond? What were you holding on to that for? It says I'm always down 3, not 4. It says pitch whatever you want. It doesn't matter. Oh, of course, because I can always cash out for 6 tricks. If you pitch something else, then I don't try the diamond finesse. I just cash the 2 aces, which is what my plan was. Okay. Well, that should be a normal result then. Probably below average, but not atrocious. Gotta play the king. Love seeing that 10, although it's a surprise given that West led the jack. So West is short in clubs, but led them anyway. What's that all about? We have 2 clubs and 3 aces is 5 tricks. We don't really have any entries to dummy to set up a heart, so diamonds is our most likely source for additional tricks. We could also try exiting a club and making them lead something, but East is not really in any danger. They can lead quite safely. It's West who I wish were on lead. This 9-5 is not a useful tennis, is it? The 7 and 8 are both still out there. Yeah. So it was Jack, King, Ace. Small. Yeah, okay, so East has 7-8x. So the 9-5 are still just 1 trick. So how are you supposed to play these diamonds? You could play like low to the 9, hoping West has the 10, but does that actually accomplish anything even if he does? I don't think so. Well, I guess it helps you set up the 4th round, maybe. Like, what if West has King 10 4th? Low, and West kind of has to play low. You put in the 9. East wins the queen. Then you can lead up to the jack or run the 8. West has to hop. And then the jack is a winner. Yeah, so I think that makes sense. Versus leading low to the jack, which is successful only if East has honor, like the king and queen. Honor 10 is more likely than both honors. Unblock the 9. Loving this heart switch. I would love anything West did, because we'd know he can't return a club. Okay, well, turns out West had both honors and didn't... Okay, also had the 10, so everything was working. Great. So, shockingly, the Jack of Diamonds has developed into a dummy entry. Better than I could have hoped. 3, 4, 5, 6 tricks. 7 tricks. So we're playing for the over trick now. I think there's nothing to do but try to finesse the heart, although it's not going to work. Right? I think West had a singleton and East had King Jack fourth is my guess. No. Fifth, I mean. But that, like, East had 5 clubs. That's not likely. Maybe East had King X and West had Jack fourth, and we'll find out when East shows out. No? This doesn't really add up. Would West really have switched to a small heart from Jack X? I don't think so. Could be a singleton. Would East have discarded from King Jack fifth? Maybe. But, like, West doesn't have a singleton. Probably. Because they also had a doubleton club. That would give them 5 diamonds, which we know they do have. And also 5 spades, which would probably be enough for them to have bid something. Would East have pitched from Jack fourth? I'm pretty sure the answer is no. Because that could be real dangerous. Couldn't it? Maybe it's fine. No, because for all East knows, Declarer has 4 hearts. Well, but I guess... I see. In that case, you don't need the long heart, because Declarer can just run the 10 and then run... Okay. So actually, I think East would quite possibly have pitched a heart, despite holding 4 to begin with. Whereas... Okay, so that makes some sense. So maybe West has 2 hearts, 2 clubs, 5 diamonds, and 4 spades. That sort of adds up, right? Okay. So I guess I'll take this finesse. So West had 4 hearts and 5 diamonds and 2 clubs. No, wait. What did East pitch on the diamond? The second round? It was a spade, wasn't it? I don't know. I was not totally keeping correct count of things at the end there. I don't know if I missed a chance to do something smarter. No, East... right. East pitched twice on the diamonds. A heart and a spade, of course. So maybe by putting in the queen here, I could... No, it doesn't matter. Okay. Wow! I have a hand and a half. Partner has bid 4 hearts. I mean, sky's the limit here, right? Well, I have 5 side suit tricks, so if partner's hearts are running, we make 6. We're unlikely to make 7 unless partner has a useful queen, which I can't really ask about. Well, seems pretty straightforward to bid keycard. If partner has 1 and the queen, we're looking good. No. Well, Yeah, that's actually a problematic, isn't it? Because if partner has one key card, the King of Hearts, then he'll respond with 5 diamonds, and I won't have room to ask about the Queen without going beyond 5 hearts. I like to play kickback, where if you've agreed trump, and I guess it wouldn't really apply here because spades is still a plausible, you know, you might want to consider a different contract. But anyway, in situations where a trump suit is agreed, I prefer to play that rather than 4 no trump being key card, 1 above 4 of the trump suit is key card. So for example, if hearts are trumped, 4 spades is key card. That way you have room for everything without bypassing 5 of the trump suit. But we don't play that here, and this is one of the cases where it matters, because usually when you key card, you're basically saying, we have enough tricks. I just need to make sure the opponents can't cash something too quickly. In this case, I'm kind of misusing keycard, or considering misusing keycard, by using it to count my tricks. I have 5 outside tricks, and I need partner to have 7 trump tricks. Keycard tells me whether that's the case or not. But I guess that's not that doesn't affect, the fact that I need 1 keycard and the Queen, and therefore 5 diamonds is kind of too high. That can arise even if you're not misusing keycards. So, I mean, even if partner just has the King, we have extra chances, right? Because that would mean partner only has 3 points in the trump suit, and therefore, you kind of have to have something in the other suits. So we would find a useful Queen or the King of Clubs or something quite often. I think I'll try 4 no. Yeah, there's 5 diamonds as expected. I'll ask for the Queen, because if partner bids 6 clubs, showing the Queen of Hearts and the King of Clubs, then we can comfortably bid 7 no trump. The Queen, but no lower kings. Oh, do we actually have a chance to add? So I don't think Gib plays this. No. Sophisticated players, after the initial king's response, and I mean, I shouldn't say sophisticated players play this, an agreement that is common among sophisticated players is that south or responders 6-level bids that aren't in the trump suit are asking about 3rd round control. So you could bid 6 diamonds here asking for the Queen. I think though that kind of also a doubleton would be, partner would say yes even if he had a doubleton, I think is how it's played. See, I'm not sophisticated myself. So partner has King, Queen of Hearts. Oh, allegedly this shows 8 or more. Right, partner did bid 4, not 3. I don't think you should have to have 8 hearts to bid this way. That's what Gib is claiming. If that were true, if Gib actually has what he's shown, we can just bid 7 no trump. So we have 8 heart tricks guaranteed, and 5 more outside guaranteed. We could bid 6 clubs. Gib doesn't know what that means, but he at least knows that it's a Grand Slam try. But I don't know. I mean, let's just put Gib's feet to the fire. Let's actually trust him. He's claiming King, Queen, 8th of hearts, and that's all I need to make 13 tricks. He has 7. Fuck you. Okay. See, I think this is totally fine for heart bid. It just isn't what your bid, our agreement, according to this, is that you should have 8. I mean, there's still play for this. It's not great, but there's some squeeze in the non-spade or the non-heart suits. Let's see, what kind of squeeze? Well, first of all, let's see if the jack wins. It won't, of course. Yeah. So, in spades, the 10 of spades is the only thing stopping the suit. So that's a threat against one player. In both clubs and diamonds, probably they both have a guard, right? Unless clubs are 5-1. Then they both... Or, like, I guess one player could have king, queen, jack, X or something. Or king, queen, jack. So if the king, queen, jack are all in the same hand, or if there are 5 cards in the same hand, then that suit is a threat. In diamonds, we would need the suit to be 6-2 or worse to have a real threat. Now, there are some situations in which even a threat guarded by both opponents is a useful threat. And this hand, I mean, it does... You could play a double squeeze around diamonds or clubs. If the player holding the 10 of spades... Like, let's say we decided... I think the best thing to do is to hope that only one player guards clubs. And then you kind of have to decide... Well, actually... Yeah. If it's the same as the player who has the spades, the squeeze actually doesn't work, unless it's east. But if it's different from the player who has spades, then you can double squeeze out the diamonds. So I think that's the best play, is to cash the black suit winners and then all the hearts and just hope something good happens. That's what the squeeze line boils down to. In some cases, even with 2 suits that are guarded by both opponents, you can manage a squeeze. The most common is called a compound squeeze. There are some other really weird things, like I think a hedgehog squeeze somehow manages with 3 doubly guarded suits. I don't know how that works. But this hand does not have the right conditions for a compound squeeze because we don't have a re-entry to the north hand after cashing 6 of the hearts. Because what you would do in that case is cash 6 of the hearts, and then one of the opponents on the second to last heart would have to unguard one of the doubly guarded suits. You'd cash the winner in that suit and then cross back to north for the last heart. And then we'd be in a double squeeze situation. We don't have that here. But I did want to check. So I think the best play is a double squeeze around diamonds. Cash the king of spades. Well, I mean, I guess, I don't know. Sure, cash the king of spades. Don't pitch a heart, pitch a club. It does have to be a club. A diamond would be a disaster. We need that as a re-entry to the diamonds. Cash a heart. I guess I definitely need to cash the club now. And we're watching for 4 cards. If the 10 of spades falls, we're like done. If all 3 of the club honors fall, we're done. And otherwise, we just hope the diamonds are winners. So you don't have to count very carefully for this kind of a hand. Doesn't look like it's working. Nobody. Well, I mean, they've kept a lot of clubs. Maybe they've pitched enough diamonds. I don't know. I haven't been counting those. At this point, we know the 9 of spades will never be a winner, so we may as well throw it away. Well, I mean, the opponents have 2 clubs, the king and queen, And they also have the 10 of spades. So they only have 3 diamonds between them, right? I haven't been counting the diamond pitches, but that makes sense. So unless they're all in one hand, we're actually making it. And they may well be all in one hand, I don't know. No, I guess we're fine. Yeah, so the opponents did not find the correct defense here. They were supposed to beat me. But it's understandable that they would make such a mistake. Right, West. Well, no, hang on. West should be able to do this. What is West worried about? So what does West know at this point? Oh, wait a minute. Is West worried I'm the hideous hog? Is that what's happening? So there's a character from a famous... There's kind of a famous series of, bridge fiction written in the, 60s or 70s by Victor Malo. When was Victor Malo writing anyway? Let's look that up. Let's see, Bridge in the Fourth Dimension. When was that published? In 74, and that's one of his later ones. So anyway, I'm getting all these like reprints, so I can't tell when they were initially published, but it's a bunch of like bridge stories where the author constructs a hand where, something interesting happens to demonstrate an interesting concept or trickery. There's often trickery. And he's got a whole, like, a menagerie of characters. They're all, like, animals. Well, they're humans with the names of animals. And they, like, have real names, but they're nicknamed. Like, the Hideous Hog, everyone just calls him the Hog. He has a name, but no one ever uses it. He's just the Hand Hog. He's kind of the anti-hero of the series. Anyway, so there's at least one hand from Victor Malo's thing where the Hideous Hog does something like this squeeze, where, it looks like a defender needs to hang on to all of his diamonds, because if he doesn't, then the diamonds will be winners. Wait a minute. Actually, maybe East made a mistake, too. No, I don't know. Either one of them could have saved the contract. Anyway, and so eventually, West carefully hangs on to all of his diamonds, or 3 of them, so that Ace, King, X aren't winners. And then Declare reveals, you thought I was going to cash all my hearts and then the diamond to dummy and I'd be stranded. But actually, I don't have any diamonds. I avoided cashing the Ace King of Diamonds so that I could convince you to hang on to your diamonds. Meanwhile, I have, King Jack Fourth of Clubs, and I needed you to bear the Queen of Clubs, and you fell right into my trap. Right? That's something the Hideous Hog would do and has done. And so I wonder if that's what West thought was happening. Did West think, I need to hang on to my clubs, because what if Declarer doesn't have any diamonds, but does have King Fourth of Clubs? Right? That's a scenario, I think, where right here, this is this card that killed the defenders. No, it's fine. Oh yeah, right, yeah. They set me if you pitch a club. They don't set me if you pitch a diamond. So imagine if Declare's hand, if instead of the 5 of diamonds, we swap that with the King of Clubs, right? East has 10-5 of diamonds and Stiff Jack, and I have King 10-4 of clubs. In that situation, West has to pitch a diamond and hang on to a club. That situation is patently insane. Not even the Hideous Hog would do that, because I had 13 tricks a while ago. Like, Declare would never play that way, because if I just cashed the Ace King of Diamonds, those would be the last 2 tricks I needed. The squeeze is unnecessary. So, no human would ever fall for this. But the robots did, so we got away with something. I'm taking all the credit in the postmortem, though, partner. Your bid did not contribute to us getting a good score. It was a bad bid, and you should be punished. No, well, like I said, I think 4 hearts is a fine bid with this hand. We should amend our agreements to say that you don't promise 8 hearts, but of course you can't do that with the robots. All right, what's going on here? I guess I can double this. It just shows like good diamonds. Doesn't really mean anything. It's just kind of a nuisance double. Whatever. I guess Declare has the stiff ace of diamonds. Pretty good spades. What's going on with hearts? Partner's double suggests a 4-card heart suit, but that would give Declare 5 hearts, which is sort of unlikely for overcalling a spade, and then passing here. I don't know. Weird. So 5-5-1-2 is the shape we think Declare might have. I don't want to lead anything. Is that okay? Oh, boy. Because I think Declare can still get to the 8 of spades. So if I cash either of these tricks, Declare will ruff and then cross to dummy and cash the winner that I've unguarded. But leading hearts is going to help. I don't know. Maybe hearts will be fine. Oh, Declare had 3 clubs, huh? So partner must have 5 hearts. Okay, well, we beat the contract. Why didn't we get a heart trick? Oh, because I led hearts so many times, the 10-8 finessed partner's jack. I see. Yeah? I mean, I don't know what I was supposed to do. I guess at this point I should have played a club, huh? Declare could still guess correctly at that point. Ruff, run a heart. But might make a mistake. Yeah, that was definitely the wrong play. I should play a club here. Double dummy, it doesn't matter, but we might catch Declare making a mistake. 16 balanced is an easy one, no. Accept the transfer. And that's the end of the auction. We have 5 heart tricks and a number of clubs. Maybe a number of diamonds. The thing is, it might be difficult to set up these clubs if they tap you in spades. No, I can take the tap in the north hand. Okay. But you can't draw trump first, because then they could play spades and you'd be... Yeah, so I think you win this and immediately attack clubs. You could attack diamonds, because those will set up eventually as well. But you're only setting up 2 tricks. You might set up a lot of clubs. Oof. Well, we still set up 2 clubs. The problem is if they go diamond, diamond, I'm down now. I mean, I think I was always down on this layout. Ooh, hang on. Well, I guess I'm still down, but... Okay, I ruff high. Draw the last trump. We still have to lose a diamond for down 1, but I don't think I could have done better. They have 2 spades, 2 diamonds, a club, and a ruff anytime they want it. I could have drawn trump, but then I'm not getting the diamonds. Right? Yeah. Alright, how'd I do? Pretty good. I played a tournament off camera yesterday and got like a 53, which was not so great, but I'm happy with this. Board 1. I would have thought this was fine. People are bidding 6 and making it. They don't get the spade lead, I guess. Yeah, I guess if you bid to 6, maybe you would not get the spade lead. Or they might not find the diamond switch. Although, I mean, what else are you... No, obviously you're switching to the diamond here. Well, you could try continuing hearts to make it hard for Declare to draw trump. Or continuing spades to tap the south hand. I'm surprised this is a very low score. Maybe if you just play... I guess, okay. It's not about against 6 misdefending. It's that if you're only playing 4, because you pass... Or if you just raise 3 to 4, East won't find the ace lead. They'll try a club or something, and then you can take all the tricks. I see. That's just like unlucky. I don't think it's a skill thing or whatever. Anything I could have done anything about. And then every other board we did pretty darn well. Board 2, we played 4 hearts, made 6. We just got West to lead. I mean, I didn't do anything on this hand. West just gave me 2 club tricks. I don't deserve an 88. This is a very normal result. 4 hearts down 2, a 63. Maybe people are bidding too much. They bid like 5 diamonds here and get clobbered. Or they're afraid to take the spade finesse? That can't be. I don't know. Board 2, a 73. I mean, this is only a 63%. That's, you know, for a board where you didn't do anything interesting, but nothing disastrous happened to you, 63 is not unusual. There will be some people who caused their own disasters, whereas we just suffered the disaster that partner created, which is the same one that every other table had, because they're all playing with the same partner. Here, we did well. Probably just for staying out of the auction, if I had to guess. 3 clubs doesn't look like it's that bad, right? Lose a club, a diamond, a heart, and 3 spades. Yeah, it's like minus 200 even if they don't double. Okay, so that probably would not go very well. So I think, I mean, maybe we got some extra points for defending well, but I don't think we did anything stupendous. It says Gibb should have made an over trick, but didn't. What's that all about? Could have roughed all the clubs, maybe? But they did rough all the clubs. It actually says right now, Declare could take 2 over tricks. Oh, that's what happened. Declare did take 2 over tricks. And it was still good for us. Okay, so people are over competing. I see. Okay. Board 5, this time we held it to 2 and got a 70. Just for not insisting on being in the auction, probably. Because like I said, I think 2 spades can make, or can go down 1. It could make if you guessed perfectly, but realistically it would go down 1 or maybe more. Or if you double and partner bids diamonds, you're sort of feeling a little scared. I don't know. Board 6, a pretty normal result, yeah, as I predicted. Although I did think this might be a little bit below average. I guess it isn't. Board 7 did well to make one no here, which makes sense because we did not start with a lot of tricks. I'm grateful East returned the 10 of clubs, because any other club I might have guessed wrong and not put in the 9, thinking that West has Jack 10 fifth or something. Jack 10 8 fifth. And then I guess leading diamonds up to the Jack was the master stroke that earned me my extra match points. Not a super genius play or anything, but just like a reasonable thing. And here, of course, yes, of course this is a good result. We bid the highest contract possible and made it when it shouldn't make. I'd be interested in seeing like what hands West was considering for North when he was discarding. Because that's the way the robots play. They... computers are very good at... if they can see all 4 hands, they can quickly do a search to see exactly what the best line of play is for all 4 players. The state of the art is to do that very quickly, and that's what this button does, right? And so what they do typically when actually playing a hand, they can't see all 52 cards. They can see 26 of them, their own and the dummy. And so they generate random hands for the other 2 players that fit with what they believe they know of the hand already from the auction or what cards have been played so far. And they do this several times. I don't know how many. 10, 100, something like that. And for each of those, they solve it double dummy using the efficient search method. And then they choose the card that is right most often among those simulations. And so you can kind of see that, like, the problem on this hand, I think, is that West was generating hands for North that match the auction and aren't impossible, like they haven't been proven wrong by someone failing to follow suit or something, but that Declarer would not have played that way earlier if they had held that hand. Right? It requires like a theory of mind sort of thing to understand why the hands West is generating don't make sense. That's my belief about why West misdefended, is that he was giving North credit for having king third of clubs and no diamonds, even though with that holding, Declarer would have claimed the contract at trick 1. Right? So a human would not consider that possibility. They would say there's no way Declarer has that holding. They would have just claimed the contract right away. So I would love to see what hands West was considering for North to confirm my hypothesis. But of course, there's no way to find that out. I guess you could get some bridge software. I don't know what the state of the art is these days. And you could give it this hand, play it up to that point, see what it thinks. I don't even know how you do that. There must be some software out there where you can find out what hands a defender is thinking about. I don't know. Anyway. A great result, undeserved, but it's mostly partner's fault, not mine. Partner gets the blame, I get the credit this time. Board 9, 3 spades, down 1 was excellent for some reason. Really? I mean, I don't see why. Just not foolishly cashing something when I get in, maybe? No, it says you could do anything you want with this hand. No play would be wrong. At this point, you can't give up the king of clubs, but nobody's doing that, so... Yeah, nothing I did mattered at all. Okay, whatever. Must have just been in a good contract. On board 10, we did reasonably well to go down 1 and 2 hearts. Yeah, that seems fair. Like, we have 6 losers immediately, no matter what. And it's really impossible. Like, well... It's hard to see how you could get more tricks, but I bet you could get fewer if you tried. Right, like win the opening lead, draw trump, and let's actually see how that works. Draw trump and then attack clubs. The defense wins the second round, and then you're like, whoops. I suspect that's a way you could go down more. Actually, let's do it in here. So this, and I'd like to make different plays. We'll cash the king of hearts. Club pitch. I'll keep cashing hearts. Diamond pitch. Oh, right, overtaking though. Draw the last heart. Pitching a diamond, I guess. And West actually doesn't need any of these clubs. So how are things looking now? It says you're still down 1. You can lead a club. I think West has to let you win this, right? Yeah. And the question is, if you now continue clubs, are you not in trouble? And it seems like if you switch to diamonds, you're in trouble too. It says you can do whatever you want. Because, okay, we've taken 5 heart tricks and 1 club, right? That's 6. We need 1 more trick. Well, we've only taken 4, but we will take a 5th heart trick. That's 6. To go down 1, we need 1 more trick. And it seems like if we just hammer on diamonds and they hammer on spades, I'm not going to get there? I don't know. Let's play it out, I guess. Oh, I see. The issue is West has short spades and all the entries. East with the long spades has no entries. So what's going to happen is, if you rough this, you will go down 2. So instead you pitch something. And if you rough this next one, you'll also go down 2. No, you have to rough this. And now you play a minor. Either one, it doesn't matter. And West has to let dummy win one of these clubs. I see. That's why you can do whatever you want, because East has long spades and no entries. Okay. Neat. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed day 1 of the free 2-day weekend event. As usual, I may or may not play day 2. Check back tomorrow to see. Hope you guys enjoyed. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.